everybody. So today is Friday night and it's about 8:30, something like that, in the evening. And Mark is already asleep and I've decided to film the last part of this WIP parade, I guess. I didn't want to make it into a whole big video because I didn't want to make it too long. My videos ended up being like part 1 and part 2, like almost 30 minutes every one of them, each one of them. So I decided not to go for like 2-hour long video, but this will be the last part of it, and this one will contain the smaller kits that I am stitching, and maybe I'll show you in the end of it the spoiler. Not the spoiler, maybe the new project that I am planning on starting, and explain a couple of things. So this is one of the smallest project that I'm stitching currently. I have found this one in one of my drawers. I forgot about it. I totally forgot about it and just opened one of my drawers and I found it, and I have already started it like a long time ago, like a while ago. I don't even remember when, and then something kind of told me to stop. I just didn't feel like keeping to stitch it, so I have put it aside and I threw it into one of my drawers and forgot about it. And lately, like a couple of days ago, I found it and decided to just pick it up and finish it, even though I don't have the little tray. I don't remember where it is. Maybe I will find it, but for now I just have no idea where it is. These are supposed to stand like this little thing. Maybe it's in one of the drawers. I need to look for it. But this is one of the Fuselah kits. I have like a little collection for them, the Fuselah Village, and this is Winter Cottage. But I actually made a little shorts video about this one. If you are following my channel and if you are part of our Facebook group, you probably noticed it, but I kind of showed you a little preview for this one. This is it has 19 colors, thread organizer, felt for the back of it that you're supposed to put felt on the back side of it so you won't see the stitches. It has mill hill beads, it has mono thread, and it has 3 needles. So it's basically like a full set of stuff. I don't like stitching on the beads with the mono thread. I don't like the mono thread, so I usually use one of the threads in the kit. You cannot see it behind the beads, so it doesn't really, you don't have to use the mono thread. So this project is the Winter Cottage, like I said, and it's like a tiny little design. You have this little key in this kit. The size of it is 54 over 36, basically 5.4 and 3.6 size and stitches, 54 over 36 stitches. So yeah, we have 19 colors. Is it so? Yes. Everything is stitched with 2 strands, full cross. It's really easy. You have some beading in it, and you have the back stitch that really finishes it all up, and eventually it ends up being really cute. So let's see the little design. So this is what we have. The little cottage, you have the tree here. It looks so cute. It's really easy and fun to stitch, actually. It's really different from a fabric, but sometimes it gets boring, so that's maybe the reason why I left it for a while. But when you finish these, it's so satisfying because it's so cute. Right now it looks a little like weird. Maybe it's missing something, a lot of some things, but eventually when you finish this one, it will end up looking really cute, especially when you are done with the back stitch and the beading. It's so cute. This kit also contains the felt. Like I said, it's for the back side. You're supposed to put it on this side of the design, glue it in, and it will cover all the back mess that you have there. You have this little baggie that contains the beads. It has the needles for the beads, and it has the mono thread as well, but I don't use it. But I like the tiny little bobbin. It's like so cute. And of course the organizer that looks like my worst nightmare, because Marky got to it and he cut off it didn't cut off, he actually bit it off. So I have this, unfortunately this happened. So I kind of moved this one to another spot, but the green little thingy is still, like, it's number 17, so I kind of kept it like this. The threads are messy, but I'm sorry it's taken me a while to get back to this one. So let's move on to the next one. Next is Long Dog Sampler, and you probably are all familiar with this one. I'm just keeping it in this little folder. But this is, come on, these are the ones that I finished. This is the Long Dog Pandemic. Probably recognize it. It is 365 stitches over 429 stitches. This is, of course, the Long Dog. I didn't use this. I think this was my first sampler that I picked up. I just fell in love with this. I thought it was so actual for the whole era that we live in. But I love the little elements. The thing that keeps me going with this one, even though, you know what, I haven't picked it up for a while, I am using the most amazing choice of thread, for me at least, because I am crazy about stitching with metallics. So I am using these for my threads, and the result is beautiful. When you look at it, especially in artificial lighting, it's so sparkly. These are treasure braids. This is the royal blue, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and this is like one of the most beautiful colors that I've ever stitched with. It's so sparkly. It's so fun to stitch with. I love stitching with this thread. I like these better than the how are they called, like the metallics that are usually used in cross stitch. I totally forgot. You probably remember, but I love treasure braids. Now let's see what we have on my canvas. I actually moved on to my new row, but I for some reason kind of left it. What's wrong with the focus? I left it aside for a little while now. It's kind of sitting on my shelf, but I do need to start stitching it again because it's one of the, easier stitches that we have. It's basically one color. Only the back stitch I'm doing like a different color. I'm using this Norgi hoop. This is the smallest one they have. The size of it is, what's the size of this one? It's 9.5 centimeters over 11 centimeters, yes. So it's the smallest one they have, and it's really comfortable for this one. This is 25 count fabric, and you can probably see how beautiful this fabric is. And there you go. I can never, whenever I film this project, you'll never see the sparkle. I can see the sparkle right now, but for some reason you cannot see it. Look at these little spiders. Come on, just focus. Little spiders. It's so cute. I mean, this whole design has so many little elements, like these little bugs, like a fly or something. It's so cute. So it has a lot of really, really pretty tiny little elements that you actually stop it with the focusing problem. It has so many different beautiful elements that you actually notice after you finish this, like a certain area, and then you move back and you see little elements that you haven't noticed once you were filming, once you were stitching. Like these little hearts, I just so enjoy it. Look at this. There's a little mouse over here. It's so cute. There's a little rabbit over here and over here. So butterflies, little flies, so many different beautiful elements. And as you go forward with this project, you find that there are so many. Look, there's a squirrel over here. So can you really say that this is not beautiful? I'm using the paper chart, of course, for it. I'm just going to show you a little tiny bit of it. And I'm crossing it out with a pen, just a regular pen. It's kind of easier for me to use. I don't know, I just dropped the marker for this one and I decided to use like a regular pen, by the way. New nails. I am going to a new nail technician right now because the other one that I have, the one that I loved, she has a problem, because I have a problem with her because she is not working on Fridays, which is my free day of work, and she cannot take customers after 3 o'clock, and I finished my job at 4:30. So it just doesn't go with my timing. But the new nail technician that I have right now, she's amazing. She has such beautiful designs. She can do whatever design you bring to her. And by the way, I never knew she existed here because my other nail technician that I loved, she never does designs. She kind of just gives you polish and goes with it. But it's not polish, it's gel polish. But never mind. Why did I start talking about nails? I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on to the next project. And the next one is stored in one of my files. So the other ones I have like, how many? 4 left to show you that there are smaller ones. This is one of the files. They are ugly as hell. I don't like them like visually, but they are really good for containing like small designs. They have like a zipper over here, so let's just open it and see what's inside. I don't even remember what's inside. And this is our little surprise. This is the Humira one. So Humira, this is the Flamingo. By the way, I haven't been stitching it enough lately. Like, what enough? I hardly even been stitching it. I don't know why, because I really, really like this design. I love how bright the colors are, but I am still around this area, and once I get to the flamingos, of course it will go like smoother. But for some reason I just forgot about this one. I am just getting back on the horse with stitching my projects because, well, like I said before in the other videos, right now I have my new job and I have my evenings free, so that will give me more of a chance to film and to stitch more of my projects that I have put aside. But this one I still want to keep stitching. I love this design. This is pink flamingos. It's a couple of flamingos. Flamingo couple, that's how they call it in Russian. This is from Katrusini Rukadelki. This is a website that I used to buy my Humiras from. I have quite a few Humira charts still in my tablet, but this has 67 colors. It has a couple of blends. It is 270 stitches over 380 stitches, and this is stitched on 25 count Gobelin net with peri thread. You get 70% more thread for your stitching, so you will always be left with leftovers. You cannot worry that you will run out of thread. So this is just a preview page. By the way, this page is something really weird because they could print it on different paper and make the image much brighter, because right now it looks like they're in the dark. It's a really dark picture, and the threads are not that dark. They're really bright and vivid. So that's a wrong way of selling. I think you need to make it look much tastier, so it will look better on the preview, but preview doesn't really matter that much. So I'm stitching it on a tiny little Norgi hoop. Let me just open this. I keep it in a really big mess. And this is just all that I have stitched. This is like 9.5 centimeters, I think. Does it say something? I think it said something about the size of these hoops, but this is the smallest one they have, I'm believing. And look at this. There's quite a few stitches all around. This is confetti, but you know what? I enjoy it. I am thinking about changing this hoop because the area that I chose to stitch, it's a little bigger, and like if I need to stitch something around this area, it's a little hard for me because I need to move the hoop, because I usually stitch with these like squares or something like that. Like I choose an area that I'm stitching in and I am filling it in, and then I'm moving to the next area. So basically the stitches that are supposed to come in the upper side are a little difficult to stitch, but altogether this is a really pretty, really pretty project. It's really bright and vivid, and like, come on with the focus again. Like I said, these preview images, they never look like this. Looks so dark, and look at this flower, it's so pretty. I love Humiras. I will recommend for Humiras. I for some time even preferred that much more than I did Heaven and Earth designs. Why? Because I was really disappointed with like one of the projects that I chose. In some point, you probably remember it, I made a video about it, and I kind of dropped it. I didn't keep stitching it. So basically, yeah, so I ended up leaving my Heaven and Earth designs and, you know, moving on to Humiras, and I decided never to touch Heaven and Earth design, which is going to change soon, little spoiler alert. And I moved on to Golden Kite, like you probably saw in my last video. So let's put this one aside. This is something, oh, by the way, the organizer. This is the organizer for this project. This is the organizers that Humira gives you in their kits if you are getting a full kit. And these are Perry. What can I say? I love these organizers. They are laminated, so they are not ripped if you are, you know, pulling the threads out, so they never get ruined. Maybe you can ruin them, but I never did. I didn't manage to. And of course they give you these little slots in the end for the blends. So these are the blends that I have used for this project. So really comfortable, beautiful designs. They even give you the you know, how much thread you are going to use, and you know, the symbols, the numbers of thread, everything is perfectly packed. And they give you this little baggie with threads that you will need, like not leftovers, but like the ones that you will need. This is Perry, like I said. I don't know who makes them, made for EU, but I'm not sure. But you do have the website over here, I guess. I don't know, but this has 8 meters, and these threads are not bad at all. I really like them. Of course DMCs are the best, but these are not bad. I love them. I like them more than I do the SKS ones, just because the SKS ones are a little fluffier and these are smoother, so I like it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. By the way, I forgot to show you the saga file for this one. So this is the Flamingo one. I have 22%.9 stitched, and you know what? I'm I don't know, it feels like a lot less, I guess. But let's see, in our calendar, I have stitched it last on January 24th. It's been a while, so it's not that long ago, but still. And I have stitched how many crosses? 7,995, I guess, right? Is it right? I guess so. No, it's how much is left. I don't even understand it. Let's just choose all of it. 23, no, there, I have stitched 23,505 stitches. There you go. So, yeah, I've showed you this, and let's move on to the next one. And next, let me just do it without skipping. So this is the next folder, one, you know, the same one. I have a couple of colors of those, so I have no idea what's inside of this. So let's see. Alright, so this is my Jasmine. Jasmine, let's see, where's the preview? There's the preview. So this is Jasmine. This is Zolotoi Renault. This one, I have quite a few kits from them that are so beautiful, even with glow-in-the-dark threads. So this is Jasmine. This is one of the first kits that I've ever purchased. Like, I've purchased quite a couple of them. This is one of the first ones that I ordered. It's quite an old kit. I don't remember. I think that somewhere around the chart there's supposed to be like a date when they made it. Let's just see. I'm not using this chart. I'm using the there, and you have the instructions. I am using the saga file for this one. I found it online, and let's see. This kit is from when, if it says it somewhere. I think it did in some point. I found it when this kit was created. I don't see it anymore, but the size of it is 43 centimeters over 26 centimeters. It is it is stitched on Zweigart 16 count. It had a needle, embroidery thread, Madeira. By the way, it's stitched with Madeira. Designer chart, instructions. Oh, it has stresses, right? It has a couple of materials that are extra, and it has metallic thread, which I changed for something else. But let's see. I'm stitching it on small Q-snaps like these. I love this project really, even though it's also stitched with browns, but the final effect of this project is beautiful. I have seen it online. I love it. I like the, the feel of this little hoop, not a hoop, of this little square Q-snap. And in my hands, it's really easy, especially for a project like this, which is smaller. And by the way, the area for this that I chose is perfect because these are like the squares that I'm usually doing for, for a project like this. It has this beautiful swirls on the side here. These are the swirls that I'm talking about, and the extra for this project is amazing. So let's see what we have here. So these are the threads. They come on paper organizers, which I don't like so much because they are getting ripped really easily, so you have to be really careful using them. I wish that companies like Zolto Aerono, which are really good companies, would make better quality organizers. I think that the newer kits are better quality. I'm not really sure. I don't remember when this kit was created, but this is a really old one. Let's see, we have the key, which I'm not using, and the thread that I have exchanged, of course, will be this. So this is Treasure Braid. I've ordered this for something else in some point, and then I decided to put it in this. They have a metallic thread for this project. This is it. It's a little yellower, but I've decided to go for this because this is the best sparkle in the world. This is really sparkly as well. This is like more yellowish, and I think that this sparkle is much more beautiful. So I will use this gold high gloss, by the way, Petite Treasure Braid. This, I don't remember the name of this. I don't think that says the name of the color. It only had this number. And this kit contains beading, which comes in the dress, I think, and it has traces, and it has these beautiful beads. I don't know how you're supposed to put the traces in. Oh, and you have this little red dot that you're supposed to put on her forehead, like right over here. There's a red dot. I don't know how to glue it. Maybe you need to use some kind of a glue. I have no idea. But this is a beautiful project. I am happy that I had these because I really wanted to use them instead of this thread. I don't really feel like it's the best choice. It kind of feels weird. I don't know which one is this. Okay, so I did drew the symbols on this organizer. Why? Because the chart that I'm using is over here. I almost reached 10%, which is nothing for this project, but let's open this up. And the colors that we have, the symbols that we have on this is it's different than what numbers that we have here. So I'm using the symbols, and I actually drew the symbols onto the organizer, so I'll be able to know what I'm doing. This was last stitched on on the 28th of January, which is also a little while ago. I'm not picking these up as much as I wish I did, but this is also not a project that I want to put aside because I like the final result for it. Let's see how many stitches I've stitched all together. So 480 4,100. What's the matter with me? 4,811 stitches. There you go. That's not that much. That's not that much. But that's okay. I'm not in a hurry. So that is a project that I'm going to keep stitching 9.99% stitch for this one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You will never guess what just happened. I just found this little tray for the Fuselah kit. Do you know where it was? In the jasmine bag. So there you have it. Good for me for going through my WIPs because I never would have known it was there. I would have looked for it forever and then just dropped it. But thank God I'm filming this video right now because this is just saved my little design. So I found it in the jasmine folder. Great. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'll just put it aside with my little kit. So this is the next folder, another one of the baggies. You can probably tell that the color of it is different. And let's see what's inside. I swear that I have no idea what's inside these baggies because it's been a while since I've opened them. Maybe I need to make like this picture or something of the design and just glue it on so I'll know what I'm taking, or maybe it should be a surprise. So this is, I know what it is. This is a pillow from Riolis. There you go. This is not a new kit. This is one of the older kits as well, but not one of the first ones that I ordered. I just decided that I wanted to stitch a pillow. This is a pillow. This is it doesn't have a name, I think. It just says that it's a pillow. 40/40 centimeters, says square. It has beautiful. Oh, I just remembered that the gold was for this. I just remembered it. I bought the gold petite treasure braid because I had it in my head that I was going to mix the thread with the gold and stitch around with the gold, but that would be ugly. I eventually decided that would be ugly. So this is a kit from the year 2016. So it's an old kit. But it has wool. It's stitched with wool. It has 14 count Aida fabric. It has 26 colors and black canvas, of course. Stitching with beautiful bright colors on black canvas is amazing. I'm using a paper chart for this stitching. I'll show you just a little piece, and I am crossing it out with a pen, just making a mess of it. I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me. So let's see what we had. I haven't stitched this project for a while, by the way. It is also stitched. It has different pieces of whatever on it, but it was also stitched on a Norgi hoop. I think it's 11 and something, no, 14 and a half over something. It doesn't really matter. But this is the design. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I love the way it looks on the black fabric. It's going to be one of the best designs ever. I will definitely make it into a pillow once I finish it, but I haven't stitched it in a very long time now. It's not one of the projects that I was thinking of putting aside though, because I like the way it looks and I do see it as a pillow in my home, but it's been a while since I picked it up. I have been stitching the other wool project of the elongated floral one, but that's a different thing. And this pillow is going to be, I think that once I finish the elongated one, I will pick this up because I do love stitching with Riolis wool. I love the kits. I love the way it feels, the way it looks. I like the crosses, how they look. I'll show you up close. I love everything about the Riolis wool kits, but for some reason this design kind of went to the back of all my collection WIP collection, because I don't know why. Maybe just it wasn't its timing. So this is something that's moving on with me to this year, 2023. What with the focus again? 2023. And this is going to be finished hopefully this year. I'm not making any promises, but hopefully, because basically it's mostly finished. I mean, no, it's like halfway through. I have finished the big flower over here, and these are still needs to be thread. You know, basically you only need to stitch it, like, is this area, like the top one, and I need to sneeze. Sorry, I'm sorry. I had to pause. I'm sorry. Okay, so it also contains this fabric. This is a really great, like, it feels like it's a velvet basically, and it is for the back side of the pillow. So this is something that I am going to use to create that pillow, hopefully one day when it's finished. So this is a really good extra for this kit, and it also contains, of course, the organizers with the threads. Just put this aside. Beautiful, bright, amazing colors. Look at these. I actually like these organizers for the Riolis kits. I like the way they feel. It's really comfortable to use. It's usually, you know, the Riolis also always give you plenty of thread. You always are left with extra, and you are never running out of it. Of course, you're not supposed to like waste a ton of thread, but the way I'm stitching it, at least, I think that I am left with like another kit to stitch. So these are the organizers, 4 organizers. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Something is happening with my focus here. Beautiful colors, like the reds, the greens. Look at this. And of course the, what will I call it? It's like a gold-ish color, but it is kind of mustard-ish. Anyways, let's move on to the next kit. I think it's the last one for my WIPs. Let's just check it out. And of course, the last one, well, basically the last one, yes. And I think that it was kind of a hint for me because this kit I am not that sure about lately. I've been thinking about it. I know that the idea behind this kit is not happening anymore. Just like it's kind of changed, it kind of changed for me with the mother and baby ones, the ones that I showed you in the beginning, like the first part, I think it was. It was supposed to be for a reason. My mother and baby kit and, you know, WIP was supposed to go to my fertility doctor. It was supposed to be a gift for him, but like I said before, because I stopped my fertility treatments, of course the plans changed for that one. I was thinking about stopping to stitch it because it kind of made me feel like a little sad in the beginning, but then I thought that why not, I'll just dedicate it to my baby boy, and you know, I'll finish it one day. But this one had a little different idea. This is, I know what it is, let's just open it. This is a Humira. If you're following me, you probably know which product I was missing, and this is it. This is the Scorpio one. Let me just open it. I am kind of going on and off about this one. I'm sorry for the way the fabric looks, but I keep it folded. I haven't opened it in a while. I haven't stitched it in a little while. I don't remember when I last stitched it. I think I stitched it lately in some point, but just for a couple minutes. But this is the design. This is Scorpio. It does not fit the frame. Let me just show it to you like that. This is Scorpio. It's kind of this design was supposed to go to my husband, my ex-husband right now. We are not divorced yet, but we are in the process. But this is his sign. So I had 2 of these Humiras, like the Zodiac Humiras. I had this Scorpio one because he's a Scorpio, and I had the chart. I didn't have the kit. I have the chart for the Gemini one, which is my sign and my mom's sign and Marky's sign. We are all Gemini. So I'm really sad that I didn't start with the Gemini one and I did with this one, because right now the way things are, you know, going and stuff that have happened, I'm kind of not in the mood of stitching it. I'm thinking about putting it aside for a while. Maybe I will finish it because it's just too bad to throw it away, I guess, or just I don't know what to do with it, because I have all the thread for it. It's DMCs. It's really not cheap. And I do love the design. I love the blue. I really like stitching with the blue. I love the way this, you know, kind of spirit effect going on in the water. I just love the way it is, and plus the top will be beautiful because the Scorpio is kind of coming out of the water. It's beautiful and red and fiery. But the idea behind this one is kind of making me like not want to keep stitching it anymore, because I don't see the point. And plus the fact that what happened with this whole, you know, story of our life is kind of, you know, doesn't have the purpose anymore. I don't know how to explain this. So this project was stitched from Saga, all the Humira designs there. You see, I have quite a few Humira designs on my tablet. This is the Gemini one, by the way. It's kind of blue and bright and goldish, but this is like harder. So let's just see how it's supposed to look. I can show you the final result with the mock-up. So this is how it's supposed to end up looking. I'll just try to, you know, my light overhead. So this is how it's supposed to end up looking. I'm around this area right now, I think, right? Where am I? Around this area. So yeah, so the top is like there's the Scorpio. Everything is really fiery. Everything is like the upper side is really bright, but it's kind of making me not want to keep stitching it. I don't know. I kind of lost the point of this project. So I guess that this one is kind of, I'm going on and off about this one. Tell me what you think. Should I keep stitching it? Do you like this design? Should I just change my way of thinking about this one and just forget about the idea behind it and just do it? I mean, when was the last time that I stitched it? Let's just see. I stitched it last, well, it wasn't that long ago. I thought it was longer. I've stitched it on January 16th and 17th. So that's how long ago, just like a month ago. And altogether, this project has been stitched with 43,513 stitches, which is not, like 32.23% is stitched. So I'm getting closer to the middle of it. I don't know, what do you think? What do you recommend? I will do whatever you think. Do you think that I should stick with this project and just keep stitching it little by little, just forget about the idea behind it and just find another purpose to it, or just like enjoy the stitching experience, or should just leave it behind and not like make myself feel bad about it? Because I don't really, you know what's weird, I don't really feel bad about divorcing. I'm kind of happy that it happened today, because I guess it wasn't my thing, my person, and whatever happened after we got split, I guess it would have happened sooner or later. So tell me what you think. Should I just keep stitching it like a little by little, or should I put it aside and just think about it and maybe get back to it eventually, like in a year or two? Who knows? Maybe my next husband will be a Scorpio as well. No, God, no, thank you. Anyways, this was the last project from my WIPs. My stitchy WIPs. I do have diamond painting project that I've been doing on my TikTok for a couple of times, but I kind of left it aside for a little while because I haven't had the time and I haven't had the nerves, whatever, to do it. And I have a little paint by numbers project that I also been doing, but it's been a while since I've touched that one. So if you want to see the paint by numbers one and the how do you call it, the diamond painting one, just let me know in the comments down below and I will show them to you. So basically these are all the projects that I could show you. Now there's this one little thing that I have planned. I have wanted to start, you probably see in the beginning of this little series, chapter 1, I have showed you that I was rebuilding a chart for my saga. I am using the pattern maker for recreating a chart into a digital one. I am doing my best to not make mistakes, so my charts are exactly one to one to the original charts that you get from the seller. And I am going to show you the preview for my future project that is going to happen really soon. I already have all the materials for it. I am missing a couple of threads that I haven't been sent. The store made a mistake and they didn't want to, hold up to it. But I'm going to insert an image of what's supposed to happen next. And of course, the last one, well, basically the last one, yes. And I think that it was kind of a hint for me because this kit I am not that sure about lately. I've been thinking about it. I know that the idea behind this kit is not happening anymore. Just like it's kind of changed, it kind of changed for me with the mother and baby ones, the ones that I showed you in the beginning, like the first part, I think it was. It was supposed to be for a reason. My mother and baby kit and WIP was supposed to go to my fertility doctor. It was supposed to be a gift for him, but like I said before, because I stopped my fertility treatments, of course the plans changed for that one. I was thinking about stopping to stitch it because it kind of made me feel like a little sad in the beginning, but then I thought that why not, I'll just dedicate it to my baby boy and I'll finish it one day. But this one had a little different idea. This is, I know what it is, let's just open it. This is a Humira. If you're following me, you probably know which product I was missing, and this is it. This is the Scorpio one. Let me just open it. I am kind of going on and off about this one. I'm sorry for the way the fabric looks, but I keep it folded. I haven't opened it in a while. I haven't stitched it in a little while. I don't remember when I last stitched it. I think I stitched it lately in some point, just for a couple minutes. But this is the design. This is Scorpio. It does not fit the frame. Let me just show it to you like that. This is Scorpio. It's kind of this design was supposed to go to my husband, my ex-husband right now. We are not divorced yet, but we are in the process. But this is his sign. So I had two of these Humiras, like the Zodiac Humiras. I had this Scorpio one because he's a Scorpio, and I had the chart. I didn't have the kit. I have the chart for the Gemini one, which is my sign and my mom's sign and Marky's sign. We are all Gemini. So I'm really sad that I didn't start with the Gemini one and I did with this one, because right now the way things are going and stuff that have happened, I'm kind of not in the mood of stitching it. I'm thinking about putting it aside for a while. Maybe I will finish it because it's just too bad to throw it away, I guess, or just I don't know what to do with it, because I have all the thread for it. It's DMCs. It's really not cheap. And I do love the design. I love the blue. I really like stitching with the blue. I love the way this, kind of spirit effect going on in the water. I just love the way it is, and plus the top will be beautiful because the Scorpio is kind of coming out of the water. It's beautiful and red and fiery. But the idea behind this one is kind of making me like not want to keep stitching it anymore, because I don't see the point. And plus the fact that what happened with this whole story of our life is kind of doesn't have the purpose anymore. I don't know how to explain this. So this project was stitched from Saga, all the Humira designs there. You see, I have quite a few Humira designs on my tablet. this is the Gemini one, by the way. It's kind of blue and bright and goldish, but this is like harder. So let's just see how it's supposed to look. I can show you the final result with the mock-up. So this is how it's supposed to end up looking. I'll just try to, my light overhead. So this is how it's supposed to end up looking. I'm around this area right now, I think, right? Where am I? Around this area. So yeah, so the top is like there's a Scorpio. Everything is really fiery. Everything is like the upper side is really bright, but it's kind of making me not want to keep stitching it. I don't know. I kind of lost the point of this project. So I guess that this one is kind of, I'm going on and off about this one. Tell me what you think. Should I keep stitching it? Do you like this design? Should I just change my way of thinking about this one and just forget about the idea behind it and just do it? I mean, when was the last time that I stitched it? Let's just see. I stitched it last, well, it wasn't that long ago. I thought it was longer. I've stitched it on January 16th and 17th. So that's how long ago, just like a month ago. And altogether, this project has been stitched with 43,513 stitches, which is not, like 32.23% is stitched. So I'm getting closer to the middle of it. I don't know, what do you think? What do you recommend? I will do whatever you think. Do you think that I should stick with this project and just keep stitching it little by little, just forget about the idea behind it and just find another purpose to it, or just like enjoy the stitching experience, or should I just leave it behind and not like make myself feel bad about it? Because I don't really, it's weird, I don't really feel bad about divorcing. I'm kind of happy that it happened today, because I guess it wasn't my thing, my person, and whatever happened after we got split, I guess it would have happened sooner or later. So tell me what you think. Should I just keep stitching it like a little by little, or should I put it aside and just think about it and maybe get back to it eventually, like in a year or two? Who knows? Maybe my next husband will be a Scorpio as well. No, God, no, thank you. Anyways, this was the last project from my WIPs. My stitchy WIPs. I do have diamond painting project that I've been doing on my TikTok for a couple of times, but I kind of left it aside for a little while because I haven't had the time and I haven't had the nerves, whatever, to do it. And I have a little paint by numbers project that I also been doing, but it's been a while since I've touched that one. So if you want to see the paint by numbers one and the how do you call it, the diamond painting one, just let me know in the comments down below and I will show them to you. So basically these are all the projects that I could show you. Now there's this one little thing that I have planned. I have wanted to start, you probably see in the beginning of this little series, chapter 1, I've showed you that I was rebuilding a chart for my saga. I am using the pattern maker for recreating a chart into a digital one. I am doing my best to not make mistakes, so my charts are exactly one-to-one to the original charts that you get from the seller. And I am going to show you the preview for my future project that is going to happen really soon. I already have all the materials for it. I am missing a couple of threads that I haven't been sent. The store made a mistake and they didn't want to, hold up to it. But I'm going to insert an image of what's supposed to happen next. So, ta-da! You can probably see right over here on your screen what I'm going to be stitching. Image. You guys, you know what I have said before? I know I've said it. You probably know I've said it if you are following me. If you were following, because it's been a while since I last filmed. I said that I will never touch Heaven and Earth design again. I was really disappointed from it, you know, last time, because I've had a project that I started from them and I ended up hating the way it looked because something about the coloring in that project was really off. I talked to the seller, to Michelle, I think it was, and she said that I was wrong and that it was supposed to look like that. But if you remember the garden fairy or something, it was called Garden. There was a beautiful girl in the middle of it, like a big image of, you know, a character, and she was so beautiful on the preview. But when I started stitching it and I got to her arms, she ended up being like dark purple, and something about that skin was weird to me, because on the preview picture, on the mock-up, she just looked like grayish, and that was the right color for her because she was kind of a fairy type of, you know, creature. But in the picture, when I was on the, you know, canvas, when I was stitching it, I didn't have any like grayish colors for her skin like she was supposed to look like, and she was getting really dark purple or purple-ish, and that was weird. I didn't want to keep stitching it because I wasn't going to be disappointed after doing such a long project. They said I will never pick up Heaven and Earth design. I was disappointed from them, and I just didn't want to keep going. But something happened to me on, you know, in the end of last year, and in the beginning of 2023, I've decided to pick up another Heaven and Earth design. I know I didn't need another big project, but I wanted it. So this one, what it is. I've been seeing, watching, noticing this project forever. I wanted to stitch it, I wanted to try it, I wanted to do one of the shelves projects because I do have two of the charts, you know, I do have two charts. I have I think the library, I think I have the historical one, something like that. I don't remember, but this one is so right for us, for stitchers. I love the design. I've been looking up finished projects for this one, and I noticed that the results are great. I mean, I will not be disappointed. Of course, it has a lot of confetti. It is not an easy stitch. It will take a while, and that's why I decided I was not going to print out the pages like I used to do with my Heaven and Earth designs before I, you know, found out about all the programs that are used today. And I didn't want to use the Pattern Keeper one because I wanted to keep up with quite a few details for that project, and Pattern Keeper doesn't let you do that, and I wanted to stitch it with Saga, and that's what I'm doing. And today is the 11th. I've been doing it for 2 months. No, not low. I've just said no on Hebrew. Not 2 months, like month and a half. I've been recreating the chart for a month and a half. I don't have that much time because on my free time I want to stitch. Maybe just that's why I'm doing it like little by little. But I was supposed to start it in the beginning of this year. And if I would have used Pattern Keeper, I would have started it a long time ago. I already have all the materials, by the way. So let's move away from this image and move on to the box. And this is it. I still keep it in the box. By the way, I covered, the address and the phone of mine, and this is just the phone and address, so thank you. This is in this ugly carton box that my threads arrived in. I just put the materials in this so it won't get ruined because I still don't have a folder for this. Maybe I'll use the folder from the Scorpio one. And we have all the materials for this project in this little thing. So let me put away this, put away this. You'll be able to see all the materials. These are all the extra threads. I always order all the threads that I need for a particular project, and these are the extra threads that I didn't put on my organizers, that by the way I kind of improvised with those for a reason. And yeah, so these are the extra threads. I still need to get 3 more colors that I am missing For some reason I thought that I already ordered them, but I didn't. So I still need to order them. Okay, so let's put this aside, this little box. This is the fabric. This is a 25 count Lugana, and I already got it ready. I have big, you know, big sides. Like, I have enough space left. I love this fabric. I have actually stitched around the edges so the fabric will not get ruined. So that was a good idea for me. I stitch it manually, just, you know, like a weird stitch, but it helps the fabric. Come on, stop blurring. It helps the fabric hold together and it will not get destroyed during my stitching experience. But I love this fabric for heaven and earth. I'm going to stitch it with you can call it 10 stitch or just you know, a stitch like half cross. So this is the fabric. It's already ready and waiting for my start. Now let's move on. Next we have this. This is the hoop that I'm going to use. Let's take it out of the bag because I'm going to take it out of the bag anyway. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the noise. There you go, I just ripped it. So this is the hoop I'm going to use. This is another Norgi hoop. I love these ones. They are pretty harsh on the fabric because it's like a strong grip. But, you know, what can I say? I actually found today, I found this one, this little hoop. By the way, let's see. It's supposed to say somewhere the size of these, but it doesn't. I thought it did somewhere. No, I don't. I can't find it. This is, I think, 12 and a half or something like that. And this is the 19 and a half sized. So 2 hoops to choose from. I think I'm going to go for this one because I want to have a nice area to stitch, because this one is pretty small, I think. That way I'll have to choose like a small area. We'll see. I'm not sure. This one I found in the drawer just a couple of minutes ago, by the way. I didn't even remember that I had it. But I love these hoops. They are really great canvas holders. I like when my canvas is really stretched and tight and like drum like, and yeah, so these hoops are perfect. Remember that they can break your fabric a little bit, but once you like wash it and stuff, it will get back to its normal looking self. So as for organizers, I have found these organizers in a stock store that we have here in the city. I didn't even think about looking for organizers. I accidentally stumbled upon them, and you know what? I'm not sorry for getting them. I was planning on getting the Paco or the Dupco organizers for this order, for this project, but once I noticed these organizers, I decided, you know what, I'll go for something different, something simpler. These are like, each one of them is like 2 shekels or something, really cheap. They are wood though, so I actually already have, by the way, these are the colors that I'm missing. I need to get 606. I don't have it, so this is one color that I need to buy. I need to buy number 819, and there's another color that I am missing, which is 3776, 3776 basically. Okay, I have written the number of the organizer on them just so I'll know like what's the you know, order that I'm supposed to be looking for, because you know, I've known the numbers, but that way I'll be able to follow up and just not go through all of them. Now next, what I've done is, sorry, this one is not braided yet, but I have made little braids like that, so my threads will be organized and neat. I hate it when my threads are like all over the place. And what I've done is put like, I've given each color 2 slots. Like you can see over here, this is the color and this is the same number. Now what I'm going to do is put the threads that I'm stitching with on the empty slot. That way I will not have to like make a mess out of this little braided you know, thingy. So I have another slot for each color, so it's kind of going one over. You see, like this one, another one of this one, this one, another one, this one. That was my idea for this project, and that's how it's going to go. So basically the colors are so beautiful, really, really bright. You can probably tell, and I cannot wait to start this project. Honestly, I cannot wait, but I want to finish to, you know, recreate the chart first. I am already more than halfway through, but I still have a long way to go, so I think I will not be able to start it up until like somewhere next month. So like in the end of that next month, once I finish it, we'll see. Hopefully I'll finish it sooner. So that's about it. So these are my plans, my new plan. There you go. This is the new plan for my new year, for the year of 2023. That is all my WIPs. I have showed you everything. I have shared my new plan with you. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you'll be following it. Now, I have this little idea. I am trying to open a membership club. I don't know if anybody will want to join that, but you know what? Why not? I know that membership is, it costs money, not too much, but it does cost money. I decided to try and, you know, make like a tiny income, I guess. I will tell you the truth, out of my private, like, video, I don't know, I don't even know how to call it, but subscribers that want to join the private club will end up paying like a certain amount of money a month, and they will have the ability to choose which videos they want me to make. Like if you want to see a tutorial, if you want to see a live stream, if you want to see, like, if you want to chat with me, like if you want to ask me questions, if you want to see me stitch something, I don't know, just whatever it is that you want to ask. That's for a tiny little amount of money a month. I do need like some extra income because we have a lot of stuff going on, and I just decided why not to try this. If anybody would like to join, great. I would love to have you in my club, in my private club, and maybe I'll start like making different content. Well, not maybe, I'll have to make different content for your asking, for your liking on that, and just keep like updating you here and there and on the main channel. So that's about it. That's enough. No more chapters for this WIP Parade collection, whatever. What would you like to see? Like, let's do it on the open platform right now. What would you like to see? If you want to know anything about me, if you want to ask questions, please write the comments down below. Please like this video. It really helps, because I know that a lot of people are watching, but nobody's like pressing the likes. I don't know why. Do you not enjoy it? Do you don't like it? I have no idea. But if you can, please like this video and give me a thumbs up and join my Facebook group. That will be great. I will be sharing more on that platform. You can go see my TikTok. I'll have kind of put it aside as well, just like I did YouTube for a while. But yeah, we need to get back on a wagon with all the stuff around us. Okay guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm sure that we will see each other really soon. Thank you to all the subscribers that are with me since then, that are writing comments and that are participating. I really enjoy it. I wish I could, you know, kind of interact with you more, because it doesn't happen as often as I would like. Yeah, and I will see you hopefully really soon in my next video. Have a great day or night, whatever it is you're watching it, and of course subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.